Okay, so let's start understanding each dimension one by one. So dimension of education. So let's discuss the dimension of education. Now you tell me what would be the goal of dimension of education if we want to achieve human society. What would be the goal of education? Most prominent is?
Education would be there because that what give us the rational to think, rationalize. I think the education is the base and very prominent would be the role of the education because that's what we get to know what this have a empowered to decide on the basis of what is wrong, what is not wrong.
So what would be the goal?
Yeah.
Full potential human being. What is the full potential?
It's a character oriented. If an education has character building as its base, ethic based, then it will be good, sir. Moral based, then it will be good. That can support getting the human order in a well.
Sir?
Sir? Sir, to ensure right understanding and right feeling should be the basic goal of all education right from the beginning.
What to do and how to do that comes from, so that would be the role of education. Help us what to do and then how.
You can take mic.
After that, they have to
work 1 year in defense, sir.
1 year?
1 year. 2 years. Then only go to college.
Is it like self-development, Bhaiya? Here. Self-development, Bhaiya, like if once I get developed, like in the process of developing, on seeing me, the other should also has to go on developing themselves. Like it reach from individual to the family and then to the society, or to the society to the world level. Like that will it go?
Okay, I have written some proposal here. Goal of education. You just evaluate it. So if you want to ensure a humane society, so these are few goals. You evaluate whether these are enough or not. You want to add something or not. So first is basic understanding of the human society. Because this student is going to live in a society, so it must be equipped with basic understanding. For example, right understanding of coexistence at every level. Because if we are clear about goal, then we will make syllabus. Then we will prepare chapters, books. My chapters, syllabus, books, all aligned with these goals. Then only we will be reaching to human society. So first we should discuss goals. So number 1 is providing right understanding of coexistence. Number 2 is providing the right understanding of happiness, prosperity and their continuity. So our students are not clear about happiness even, about prosperity, about their basic needs, real needs. So these are those are confused. So this should be one goal. Then providing the right understanding of human goals at various levels. It means each student should be able to see comprehensive human goal so that he can align his action towards these goals. If they are not clear about comprehensive human goals, how will they decide what would be my next action? Get me? If person is not able to visualize comprehensive human goal, how will he decide what would be my next step? So this clarity of comprehensive human goal is required in everyone. So before giving education, we should help students to visualize comprehensive human goal. Then he will be able to decide which course I can do, which projects I should do, what would be the way to achieve that project. Because if he is violating any goal, then combinedly we will not be able to reach to the human society. So that comprehensive human goals clarity is required. Then not only clarity, developing competence. Not only clarity, developing competence. So if you see a student, he is investing 20 years, 22 years, 25 years in education system. This time period is enough to develop competence, to live accordingly. But we are not working on those competence. What system we have made? Just write the exam, pass and get the degree. And without having feel of comprehensive human goals. So we need to develop, we need to facilitate the students. Then developing competence to participate in larger human order. Participation in larger order. So competence to keep sensory motivations subservient to wisdom-based happiness. So students must be able to see wisdom-based happiness that can sustain for a long time. Then competence to characterize one's material need as well as non-material need. So a student must understand material needs as well as non-material needs. Non-material need means need of consciousness. So need of ensuring feeling, trust, respect, affection. So he must be clear that the feeling of trust can be ensured with right understanding. It will not be ensured with material. So this kind of clarity is required to achieve human goal. Similarly, competence to carry out mutually fulfilling relationship with human being and rest of nature. So when he is living in family, in college, in school, he must be competent to live with the feeling of justice. He must be competent to have mutually fulfilling interaction with rest of nature. If we are not ensuring all these things from class 1 to B.Tech, M.Tech, then that human is not prepared to live in a human society. He will create disturbance. Right? He will create disturbance. So this is the goal of education. Then development of skills. So this process of self-exploration required. Then adequate knowledge of local needs. Many students are not aware of local trees, local herbs, quality of this clay ground at local level. So they are not aware of it. Local level environment, local foods, local culture. They are moving away. So they should be equipped with this knowledge, this skill. Then exposure to coexistential technologies and systems. So in our tradition system, there are many technologies that are coexistential technologies, tool-based technologies. What we are making, centralized technologies. So people are not aware of this coexistential technology. Then providing requisite skills to be able to pursue appropriate livelihood and in appropriate manner. Appropriate manner means I am producing or earning things while ensuring harmony at all 4 levels. If I am disturbing any level of harmony while producing, it will not ensure human society. That's why we talked about harmony from individual to existence. Similarly, to impart such education, the following points need to be considered. Number 1, what would be the content of education? So that a student must get such kind of skills, such kind of competence. So we will discuss this content of education. Then what would be indicators of understanding? How we will assess that students has got understanding? How we will assess? We need to develop indicators. Today what we are doing, high level education means he has more right understanding. Is it true? Is it true? A person has PhD degree having more right understanding a person who has B.Tech degree. Is it true? No. he is skilled, he is more skilled. So we need to evaluate indicators of understanding that we will make together. So let's discuss content of education. What would be the content of education to ensure all these skills, all this competence? So number one, mental education. Education that help students to have clarity of their goals, programs, knowledge of keeping activities of the self in harmony. This kind of content is required if we want to prepare our students to live as a human society. Then behavioral education. How to interact with human beings so that justice can be ensured. This kind of education is required. This would be one content of education if we want to reach to the human society. Then education for health. So student must be aware of this feeling, self-regulation in the self, intake, daily routine, so that they may keep their body healthy. And they must be knowing how to nurture, protect and right utilize the body. So what is the right utilization of body? Nurturing means I am able to select that food that will nurture my body. Protection means I am able to assess how much physical facility is required to protect my body, like clothes, is for protection of my body. Then what is right utilization of body? Participation in larger order. Or investing my body with such people where my growth of consciousness can happen. If I am investing my body with those people where my consciousness is degrading, then I am not right utilizing my body. So people are not aware of this right utilization of body. They have body, but they are not able to right utilize the body. So many people have fixed their goal to eat and eat and eat and sleep and eat and sleep. Right. Then education for right utilization. Again, it is an important thing. This should be content of education, right utilization. How to right utilize resources. So whatever is available at our home, are we able to right utilize? Whatever facility we are getting, are we able to right utilize? Whatever mode of communication we have, are we able to right utilize? So this right utilization is important. So this would be one of the content of education if you want to have humane society. Similarly, education for production. Right. So education for production is necessary for physical facility. So with the knowledge of local resources, we can ensure production. Similarly, education for participation in the system. So a student must be equipped with the competence, with the mentality to participate in human order, to participate in larger order. So if we are ensuring this content, then we will be reaching to humane society. Now you can evaluate out of this what you are ensuring in education system. There would be more content, there can be more content, but these are required. So you can evaluate present education system. Are we giving such kind of education?
And I think it depends upon the individual. Because when
Right.
I take class, I see the children have proper food and skills. Apart from that, whatever you do, think of the sense whether it is required or not and identify good or bad. Good or bad depends upon the person to person perception. But to be aware of, because they are all kids, right? To be aware of it, identify whether you can say that to your parents. Then do such things. So that's the thing. So individual, when it comes, each and every individual develops a habit of inculcating all these. I think the system will change in due course.
I have
जी
actually we already I think so gas.
Like whatever we are talking now, just I go back like 10, like 1,000 years, 100,000 years or 100 years before, right? Like in Tamil culture, I just studied, right? So whatever we studied now, the UHV, they are following actually. For according to the literature, what I studied, because they have a Gurukula Kalvi, and they even the temples having the, not only the temples for only worship, they have a medical facility in the temple, they have a society-based culture system. Because I studied recently, I went to one temple, there itself everything is there. So everything is there in the like 1,000 years before, whatever we discuss now. The peoples, even I studied, right, that Alexander came into India, that time he never worried about anyone, but he came to the one sage, right? He is asking me, come here. Then he is telling why I need to come. Otherwise I kill you. You can kill only my soul. You can kill me only body, not soul. That kind of understanding is there in the 1,000 years before, because we are not a body, we are the soul, like this. But slowly everything is again destroyed. Now we are coming again to for that. Suppose what we discuss, what is my sudden thought, we developed again this system like UHV, like next generation. Then again it will be destroyed. It is a possibility is there. Because I am thinking like this suddenly. I don't know.
So this is what
Sir? Sir?
yes.
Sir, actually, so this is regarding that is one case. At present, well, what kind of case? So, Switzerland country. So in that country, actually, there is no such a notable poverty, and there is no beggars also. If they are finding anyone, means government is taking care of all the people. All the people means beggars. How it is possible? Can we think that they are satisfied with all the requirements? Sir told that before 100 years, what happened? Sir actually told that about before 100 years, they loved
So
each
let
other.
them land. Let them land. You people have gone somewhere else. Let them land.
In the mic use.
Okay. Yes, sir. Actually, okay, sir. That is one kind of case. Okay, we can keep it. So my observation at present world, we are telling that this is a material world, digital world. Switzerland country, in that country, I studied, there is no such a notable poverty in the country. Suppose in roadside, they are finding any needy people. Government is taking care of all the people. Compare all other countries. How it is possible? So can we think that whether they are satisfied with all these existing requirements? One thing. I am asking this question. Suppose if we want to satisfy these requirements, first as a human being, we have to follow certain things basic principles. Everybody knows. So we are thinking that with the right understanding, we have to know about right understanding. Then followed by, we have to make sure that we have to distribute the existing things to the nearby people or neighbors, at least first. If you are thinking like that, means somewhat we can reduce. One thing. Another thing, self-discipline. Self-discipline, that is a major or key point for all these requirements. If anybody is thinking like this, means automatically we have to involve in these requirements. Last only one thing, in Tamil and Thirukural, பிறப்புக்கும் எல்லா உயிருக்கும், பிறப்புக்கும் எல்லா உயிருக்கும், by birth all are equal first. All are, if you are thinking like it means there is no discrimination, there is no differentiation. Suprasa Madam told that in their home, actually they loaded so many things. They know very well. For 1 day, 2 days purpose, we bought it. We purchased the thing. The thing over. Whether we are going to use this thing right now or not. For at least for another 1 year, there is no use of this thing. We have to give it to some other people, those who are expecting that thing. They know very well. But what we are thinking, we are always thinking about the future. What is current state first? If you are thinking on current state means, then from our inhale, we have to think, we have to distribute. We have to treat everybody equally. That in that way, if you are coming means, there is somewhat we can avoid such kind of issues and problems. This is my observation. Thank you. What about Switzerland?
Whatever.
Switzerland country. How?
See. Two workshops are going on. One workshop is one resource person, one audience. Other workshop is.
Sir, to support this, actually I thought of to tell this before half an hour itself, but I was like postponed. In my place, that I am from Chidambaram, native place, there one group of people are there. They have the lifespan of more than 1,000 years. Like from that itself the history was there. But from my grandmother and my father's experience, they will tell me they are living in that fashion. I think how it is possible to live like that. The rules they are following, they will work only for the temple. They will marry within that group of people, those who are living in the 4 East Caste Street, West, South, North. Their homes will be there only. They will marry there only. They will read only the Vedam. They will not go out of they will not go even to the other state. They will live and they will work. They are spending their entire lifetime for the temple only. So I could able to see all those things. They are satisfying. Even I think we are going to other countries. We are buying so many things. We are owning so many lands and buying something for our satisfaction. We are saving for our future. Even I used to ask my parents how it is possible. They are spending their whole lifetime there only. No, they will not go anywhere like that. Then they are finding excel in everything for their own satisfaction. They are living for a person, they are living for 100 years. So when you are talking about the system also, I was thinking about them. So it is possible in that particular level. It is possible. So even in one group of people, they have the rule, they should not cross the sea level. There is what now they are not following, but it was there. like that in the system it was there defined. So there I meant about many people are Lord Nataraja temple is there. Those who are working there, they are following the same for my experience, more than 500 years. The temple was there more than 1,000 years, but the people working and living for that temple only, the group of people. Nice. Tilevana, they will call it as Dikshidhar family. Yes. Others also, but everything is okay, normal. Issues.
So this reminds me a small story. There was a saint and he used to walk in the villages. So one villages he walked where everybody was fighting to each other for some or the other thing. So he blessed the village saying that you stay there only. Nobody goes outside. Next village he went, he saw there was so much harmony, people. Then he kind of said the spell. He said, you disperse everywhere. So there's a long story, but I make it short. So there was a saint who was going and he found one village where everybody was fighting to each other for everything. So he blessed the village saying that you stay here and nobody goes outside. In next village when he went, everybody was very nice. They were community, these kind of values. And to that village he says, you disperse everywhere. This village should not stay here only. So the disciple, he asked, why did you say that? You bless the otherwise. So he says, those who were fighting, they need to stay there only. If they go somewhere else, they will destroy the whole. But those who are in a harmony, wherever they will go, they will carry their values. So that's your story reminded me. So sometimes we need people not to stay there. With the value, they should go.
Right. So those who have understood UHV4 must spread. Everywhere.
Yes, Bhaiya. You can travel. See, you have to kadande Thiraviyam Theatre. That was the thing. Okay, that was the thing. Okay, very poor. Okay, there. The thing is, they went and then they had many prosperity. They earned lot of money and other things. But what they did all that is, here they converted that into temple. And then for other people to give the needy people education system, that was the value which they developed. And still in our system it is there. Wherever temples are there, we are the first to be there to donate, to give everything. And even for education. So they built big universities, big colleges and all that. Still it is running. Few government they have given, but other things all still they are doing it. And the temples which are owned by them till now private, not to government, that is still doing good. They are giving to all the needy people, and it is regularly it is there. Every place, wherever we are there, we do it.
Yeah. So our tradition is full of such kind of case studies. You also want to tell one story?
Yes, actually, the thing is, Sir told that that a statement which is given by Supraja that accumulating something but I want to tell one thing that I am in her community. We are being in one same villa. His father is having a very good attitude that they are having 2-3 junction box with them. So once we are having our music class in a common community hall, the students were suffered to have plug points for their keyboards. So his father voluntarily come and give that junction box to that community, and it was being placed over there. So they won't only accumulate a thing, so we don't want to make a conclusion regarding the statement. That's just a statement. If you are asking any box with her mother, he would give immediately. So such a person they would be. So the statement should not be made in the form of conclusion that they are reminding something and they are giving that as an example. So we should not make that as a form of concluding in the form that they are accumulating getting some physical facility. That's all. Thank you.
May I have one small sharing? That is, in our parish, there is a, not as a tradition, it is a practice that during Christmas and that eve, when we start December 1st Sunday, when it comes, so on the Christmas trees inside the church, there will be n number of cards will be placed as invitation cards, where they used to have the age and what sort of cloth it is required, size, etc. So during announcements, all the people who are there in the church for n number of masses, nearly in our Kodambakam parish, around 9 masses will be held during Sundays, and everyone we will pick up the card. Each family may take n number of cards, 4, 5, etc. And whatever the card it has been written, we buy new clothes and we offer it as an offering during the next succeeding weeks. Just before Christmas week, 1 week before or so, we will submit all our offerings for the 3 Sundays. And the fathers and other people, as a missionary, they go and distribute it to 7 to 8 villages. People who are in needs, let them also celebrate with the new clothes. It is being done as a routine practice in Kodambakam. So this is how we do the sharing with the needy people, with the people also and others also every time. And reusing, that is used materials which is not being used by us also. There are so many societies are there, they will also go and do it. But during the festive season, New Year and Christmas season, new clothes itself we will be buying and giving it to them, so that they let them celebrate it with enjoyment. Thank you.
So our Indian culture is rich with this kind of system. Now the problem is that I can see people are following these rituals, but they have lost wisdom. So whatever we are doing to ensure a humane society. This wisdom somehow has gone faded. Otherwise things are happening. So if this wisdom has to reinforced in people, that we are not doing only for few people, we are doing it keeping humane society at the center. So this wisdom has to reinforced. So if this wisdom is there, then this ritual will continue. If wisdom is not there, then there will be a fight on rituals. So that oneness, that human goals is required. So rituals with wisdom, it will create harmony. Rituals without wisdom, it will create conflicts. So wisdom has to be reinforced. Okay, nice. So now in this context, we can see what would be the placement of present subject. For example, geography. What would be the role of geography? What would be the role of history, science in this context, humane society? So for example, history. Now in the humane society, what would be the role of history? We can take inspiration from people who has got such kind of wisdom. So in history we can study, we can help a student through history to tell them about such visionary people, that there are a number of people who thought about oneness, number of people who lived with compassion. This we can study in history, rather than who fight or this fight, who fight. So this kind of subject can be made. This kind of information can be given to a student in history. So the goal is important. That's why goal is important. If goal is clear, then we will turn each subject according to that goals. Right? Similarly, you can evaluate geography, science, and everything is written in this PPT. You study it at home. What will be role of biology, physics, what will be role of psychology, everything is written here. But first, goals should be clear. Why I am going to study history, why I am going to study geography. Each subject must give us insight to move towards the human goal. If it is not happening, then our study, with this all kind of study, we will not be able to live with mutual happiness. So that's why first clarity of goals, then preparation of subject. Right? Then we can study what will be the role of economy. So if you see, there are 8 courses in UHV. And all these 8 courses are developed keeping human goal at the center. So this is UHV 4, then UHV 5, then UHV 6, then UHV 7, then UHV 8. 8 number? 8. Till 8 there are courses. And each course is designed keeping this human society at the center. Right? So this you can study. So in the break, during the break, we will prepare indicators. So during the break, we will divide into 3 groups. Next to break. In the next session, we will be divided into groups. And each group will be working on indicators on one dimension. So for example, one group will be preparing indicators of education. Second group will be preparing health. Third, maybe justice. So we will prepare indicators, how we can assess that dimension of education is going on right direction. How we will assess this dimension of health is going in right direction. So that indicators we will make together. Right? Okay. So we will talk over this. So now we can discuss dimension of health. So if you see dimension of health, clarity about human being is required. If I am not clear that I am consciousness and coexisting with the body, then it will be difficult to ensure health. Right? So to ensure health, clarity of human being is required. So consciousness and material, both are existing. This clarity is required for health. So if consciousness is in harmony, it is mental health. If body is in harmony, it is physical health. Both are in harmony, means individual is in harmony. So when we are going to talk about health, both need to be addressed. We cannot ignore consciousness. So self has to do 2 things to fulfill feeling of responsibility towards body. Number 1, it should ensure enough physical facility to fulfill the requirement of nurturing, protection, right utilization, and ensure a lifestyle that takes care of this nurturing, protection, right utilization of the body. So these 2 understanding is required if we want to ensure health in us. And if you see the body is a self-organized unit. Body is a self-organized unit, or you are organizing the body? Self-organized unit.
Field is organized.
And in we only, imagination is disorganized. Innateness is organized. Only imagination is disorganized. So body is already self-organized. If we understand ourselves, innate nature, then we can complement to this self-organization of the body. That's why we invested lot of time on exploration. That's why we invested lot of time on right understanding. So these are few indicators of the healthy self and healthy body. So for example, if self is healthy, then he or that will ensure feeling of happiness and prosperity. If body is healthy, it means all organs are working in a proper manner. Right? So if self is healthy, then it will have the feeling of self-regulation towards the body. So these are few indicators. You must have gone through UHV-2. And some of you also have attended health workshop. How many of you attended? Health workshop. Okay. Okay. So I am not going to detail all these things. You have already gone through UHV-2. Now what we will discuss in next session, again indicators. What will be the indicators of dimension of health? So that we will prepare in groups. So this exercise will help us to expand our wisdom. So for example, number of hospitals are increasing. It would be the indicator of dimension of health, or people increasing in numbers having feeling of self-regulation towards body. What would be the indicator of health? Second one. If number of hospitals are increasing, people are getting healthier or they are getting diseased? Right.
New diseases are emerging.
Right.
Or it can be the indicator of one being aware. We have to see the context. In which context?
Yes. So keeping all this context, we will prepare these indicators. Right. So I am just giving you hint. Similarly, justice and system of justice. So we talked about justice for 4 days. Because justice is the basis of this undivided society. Now we can think of system of justice. What would be the effective way of ensuring justice at each level? What would be the system to ensure justice at GS level, block level, district level, nation level? Keeping humane goal in the context. Keeping humane goal at the center. So what would be the system that we can study? So I am not going to into this. For example, these are few suggestions. For example, at the level of individual, what we will ensure? We will ensure the ability in each one to recognize relationship with everyone. So if we are not ensuring this ability, so injustice is going to happen at every level. Now it is difficult for few people to handle all those cases. So what will be the policy at the level of block? What will be the policy at the level of smallest unit, gram Swaraj level? What would be the policy at national level? All this policy we will prepare. Indicators we will prepare. Right? So we are expecting justice. But are we able to ensure justice? This is important question. We are expecting justice. But do we have enough competence to ensure justice? So we are only expecting justice. We are not improving our competence to live with justice. So that's why there is a chaos in the society. Right? So we will prepare all these things. At the level of village clusters, we will share this PPT. You read it.